When it comes to investing in real estate, especially when you're thinking about passively investing into other people's deal, such as syndication, it is essential to understand who you're investing with and what kind of deal you're investing in order to avoid losing your hard-earned money. Hi everyone, this is Elisa Zhang. In this video, we're going to talk about 8 things you need to know when consider investing in a syndication passively. This way, your money can work harder for you so you don't have to. First thing, investing in people. Team is the most important thing. A good team is the key to a successful project. You need to know who you're investing with, what team you're investing with, this including property manager that they're investing with, and the GP that is going to be doing asset management. We have our share of challenges, even when we're running deals actively ourselves. And oftentimes that is due to we did not have the right team. So as a passive investor, you have to evaluate who is the team that you're going to bet on. Are they going to roll through challenges and solve problems? Because I can guarantee you, not every single project is a smooth sailing. And you definitely want to have a team then that can work with challenges and troubleshoot the problems and get your money to make money for you. Some of the things that we look for when I'm passively investing is who is running the project? Do they have full cycle experience? And what is their strategy? Have they done that strategy before? What is the track record? So for example, investing in someone who is investing into apartment, but into new build is a new adventure for them. Therefore, you have to look for, is there another person on the team that has that expertise? Second part is the market. Investing in a growing market is going to make you more sure returns. Investing in a deteriorating market is going to add a lot of more risk to your investments. How do we know what states to invest in or what city to invest in? First, we kind of look at, is the state being landlord friendly or tenant friendly? States are typically landlord friendly is going to help you with your investment. Other than that, you also need to look at demographics and incoming population growth. Population growth means higher density, and higher density means the apartment that you provide is more competitive to get into. Therefore, you may be able to charge more rents. Therefore, your return may yield better. The demographics is also very important for that submarket because that determines how easy it is to manage your tenants. Are they going to be able to afford the rent and the products that you put out and the amenities that you want to provide? Third, the property itself. I'm talking about physical aspect of the property. Older product, typically you need a budget for higher repair cost and higher replacement cost because the old pipes, well, they're old pipes. So they tend to break down more easily and more often. Therefore, you need to budget more repair costs to repair them. The other things kind of know about the property is, again, the location. Is it located in a very high crime location? Or is it in a location that is pretty safe? Tenants always prefer safety. So that makes your product more desirable. And is your property also in the flood zone? This one we always research, especially in a market like Houston, Texas market, where there's more flood possibility, and you want to research the history floodplains to make sure you mitigate that risk. Fourth, the financing of it. How is the financing being structured? Because when you're investing into apartment buildings, the leverage is what is going to potentially kill your deal. If you're paying too much monthly obligation and mortgages, that is going to add a lot of pressure for you to yield and improve your property in income drastically. Versus when you're investing into a deal that is not really high leverage, like 60, 65%, that gives you good enough cushion to be able to service your debt. When you're not able to service your debt, that's when you get into trouble of investing. So it's important to ask these questions with your syndicator. Is it a floating rate? Floating rate is okay as long as you have enough cash flow cushions in the deal. Now, In today's environment, we typically like to go with a more fixed rate product that allows us to solidify the unknown of interest rate. And that allows us to also have a predictable cash expenses on mortgage part, which allows us to better predict the yield of the properties. The fifth element is the business plan. What is the business plan for the building? Is your team having experience to carry out that business plan? Does the business plan fit the location and asset classes for the property? For example, if you're in a lower income area, installing granite countertops and fancy cabinet may not yield the income as much as you want it. Versus if you're in the A location, improving amenity and interior upgrades for your tenant is going to be probably a better strategy for return of investment. 6, you have to know your exit plan. You have to ask your syndicator, what is their exit plan? Things are never black and white. There's always market adjustment. So it's great to know what is the plan A, what is the plan B, and what's the worst case scenario. Your syndicator should always evaluate deals as if they have to hold it longer term, even though they may set out to do the deal in a short-term hold. The scenario has to work with long-term hold as well as a short flip. If they're setting out to do a short flip, the scenario also have to work if they have to hold on to the property for a longer period of time. Because the market is unpredictable, sometimes you may be forced to hold on to your property for a longer period of time than you foresee. In these case scenarios, you want to know what the plan Bs are with the exit plan. Always keep the end in goal. And if you're working with a syndicator who doesn't know what their exit plan is, I'm not talking about having option A, B, or C. I'm talking about if they have no good answer to your exit plan, then you likely don't want to invest in that deal. 7th, the returns. What is your return as an investor? Return should be your number one question. However, also know that the returns can be easily manipulated by changing of one single number in the analysis and projection. So digging into the numbers a little bit more, educate yourself a little bit more with how these being evaluated, analyzed is really important. So you can spot something that is too aggressive or something that does not add up and invest smartly with your money. 8th, the most important one is knowing the worst case scenario and what is the mitigation. Does your syndicator actually have a failed experience in the past and how do they recover from it? And I can guarantee you, if you've been in the industry long enough, there's always some horror stories related with that. And the key is, how do you actually recover from there? There's so much to learn about passive investing and making sure you're making the right choices with your investment. In fact, we have prepared 58 questions that you can ask your syndicator when investing into a real estate syndication passively. We hope the list of a question will help you verify and analyze your next deal. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit a thumbs up and hit subscribe button to check out our other content. See you next time.